Hey YouTube, today's vlog's going to be a little bit about productivity. I'm doing this on a Sunday because it's the day when most people are doing other things, and Monday morning I need to get on and be productive. For today's vlog I need to go and run an errand, I need to go out and walk the dog before that, I need to get the car washed. We need to get on with things. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to defrost the car because it's freezing outside, and then once it's done we'll get the dog loaded and we'll head on out for a walk. Okay, so while the car's defrosting, let's talk about today's subject. Today we're going to talk about productivity. Now, there are many different schemes and tools and books and pieces of information that have been written about productivity. But really, productivity isn't about the tool or the scheme or about anything else. It's about making you productive and making sure that you maximize your time to be able to get on and do as much as you can in the time that you've got. So today I want to walk you through my scheme. Basically, it's something that I use, I sort of come up with myself, that helps me stay productive, helps me stay focused, and get a lot of things done during the day. So another way of being productive when I'm out here walking the dog is I like to take conference calls. So we all spend a lot of time on audio conference calls. We put our headphones on, we usually press the mute button, we do a bit of email and pretend that we're actually listening to what's being said. But one of the things I do is I come out here, put my headphones in, and I walk. And I pay attention, I enjoy the surroundings, but it gives me the chance to get a bit of fresh air, to not be distracted by email and other things, but I can pay attention to what's being said on the conference call. So one of the reasons that I am adding this to today's vlog was the other day when I did the Q&A about electric cars. One of the questions that I got asked was, can you take an electric car in the car wash? Okay, I've just picked up the supplies for today's vlog. I was asked not to film in Staples. When I asked why, it was in case we show anything that might embarrass the company. Oh well, it's their store, I have to play by their rules. Let's get started. For this to work, you're going to need some post-it notes. I use different colours, but the colours are really irrelevant. I only use that for sorting out different types of tasks, but I'll come on to that in a minute. They can all be one colour, it really doesn't matter. I also use these slightly bigger versions that have some ruled lines on them, just to keep everything neat. But let's open these up. Okay, and then you will need a Sharpie or similar type pen. And that is all you're going to need. So as I'm working through my day and something else comes up, whether I receive an email or somebody asks me to do something when I'm on a phone or a video call, I don't stop and create new tasks by scribbling a message on one of these pads. What I actually do is just put it onto my to-do list. Alexa, put contract review on my to-do list.
Got it. I put contract review on your to-do list.
Then at the end of the day, I go into the app that comes with Amazon Alexa, and I actually then get my to-do list and I create all of the individual notes for each individual task. It's just a way of making sure that you don't interrupt your flow, because once you interrupt your flow of what you're working on, you tend to get distracted by other things. So we've got all our tasks into our to-do list, and for most people they could just manage them from there. But then you have to actually go and look at your to-do list. They're not really in your face to remind you that you need to get on and do them. So the first thing we do is we take our to-do list and we write down all the important tasks on our yellow post-it notes. So let's create some tasks here. Okay, so we've got 6 important tasks there. We'll come back to those in a moment. Now we've got to do our reward tasks, because one of the ways to keep yourself efficient is to reward yourself. So maybe there's something that you need to do. So let's say I want to walk the dog. Okay, and then we've got some family tasks. So it's maybe mow lawn. Now you think, why am I writing down silly little things like take the garbage out? Because they are commitments that you've made to do, and sometimes in your busy work life you forget to do them, and you may have forgotten, but the person that asked you to do them may not have forgotten. So it's just a simple way of making sure you keep on track of not just the important things, but also the little tasks that you've made a commitment to do them. So here's how my system works. Once you've written everything down, I put them on the side of my whiteboard. And that gives me a view of my entire week, everything that I know at the beginning of the week that needs to get done by Friday. Now, some people will put hundreds and hundreds of tasks down, but this is where you've got to really refine it down. You've got to say, what is really important? And I try and limit myself to 3 important tasks a day. The reality is, with all the other interruptions that are going on, you're only going to get through a certain amount. So I say to myself, right, I'm going to take 3 tasks. So I'm going to take 1, I'm going to take 2, and I'm going to take 3. And now these 3 tasks, I take them off the board and I stick them onto my monitor. Now, one of the reasons I use big post-it notes is they cover up parts of the screen. And that gets really annoying because you're forever doing this. Well, the only way to get rid of them is to complete the task. Then you can take it off the monitor. Now, as I said, I only try and do 3 things a day. I keep it really simple, but I do 3 things a day. So it may be that this task takes, let's say, 6 hours. I still have to get these 2 done before the end of the day. So I make sure that I get through 15 tasks a week in the working week. 15 things that will get done properly, and I can make sure that I actually can go away at the end of the week and I say, I did this, I did this, I did this, and I did this. But this helps me focus. 3 things a day. When I'm done, 1, 2, 3, I turn around to my whiteboard and I take off one of the blue tasks. So in this case, I'm going to go walk Scooby. But I only get to do the blue task when the yellow tasks are done. However, we're not yet at the end of the day. Because we made those commitments, we've got our pink tasks. So if we've got time left at the end of the day and we think, okay, what am I going to do with myself? We've done our work, we've done our fun thing, we've still got these commitments to finish up with. So one of the privileges about being able to work from home is that people have put their trust in you. They trust that you're not just going to sit there and drink coffee and watch television and do all your housework and do all the other things. So if you work from home, and I've been working from home now for the best part of 15 years, with 3 different companies. And the reason that I'm allowed to work from home and that the companies put their trust in me is that I deliver on what I say I'm going to do. And that requires me to be focused. There's a lot of distractions out there. You know, the internet is the biggest distraction out there. In fact, for me, it's Wikipedia. I have lost literally days sometimes with just starting with one article in Wikipedia and linking to another and another and another, and you look at the clock and think, where's the day gone? So when you're in your work mode, you go to your home office, you need to be able to focus. You need to be able to say, this is what I'm going to accomplish today. And so that's why I put everything up on the board. I sort of work through them. I make sure that sometimes I have to rearrange them. Sometimes I take tasks off because they've not their urgency has changed. Sometimes tasks get moved to the top of the list. But I make sure that I can say, these are the things I need to get done today, and these are the things I need to get done before the end of the week. And it helps me be very productive.